2 years ago, I quit my job to do YouTube full-time.
It's the 26th of April, 2021, and today I made the decision to quit my job to do YouTube and content creation full-time.
I can't believe that clip was 2 years ago. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about what's happened since my last update, which was this time last year. I'm going to talk to you about my channel growth, the lessons that I've learned and the challenges that I face doing YouTube as a job. I'm going to tell you how much money I've earned in the last year and also what my future plans are. And as always in these kind of videos, I've got my notes just so it keeps me on track. So what's happened since my last update? Well, there's a lot to catch up on, and in short, I've spent a lot of money on a video that I haven't yet made. I moved out and then I moved back. My channel growth has slowed down quite a lot. I was offered a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go on an adventure. I'm going to talk to you about an office that we were having built in our garden. Also my attempt to expand my business and hire an editor and a thumbnail designer. All of those things kind of lead on to my channel growth, which I'll tell you about now and then expand on them other things. So 2 years ago on this day, I had 889 subscribers, and that was the day that I quit my job to do YouTube full time. Looking back, I can't believe that I had the guts to do it. And to start with, in that very first year, my channel growth was quite fast because I had a few viral style videos. I had my 7-day fast and my 100 push-ups a day for 30 days. And those videos still make me quite good money now, which is great because I made those over 2 years ago. And I was really pleased with how the channel grew at the start. Within the first 3 months, I grew to over 17,000 subscribers. In the first 6 months, it was 36,000. In the first year, I grew the channel to 63,500 subscribers. 2 years on, I'm at almost 80,000 subscribers. And so the first year was strong and the second year wasn't as strong. You can see from the graph that the growth at the start was consistent and quite steep, and then it slowed down over this past year. Here's why I think my channel growth has slowed down. In the first year, I was making viral style videos like the 7-day fast and the 100 push-ups a day. I'd see other people do it and I think, well, I really want to try that. And I really enjoy making those kind of videos, but I suppose for me, they just feel a bit gimmicky. And as I've continued making videos and finding my style and finding what I want to make videos about, which is living a healthy and cheerful life, some of those style of videos didn't fit into that category. And so over the last year, I haven't been creating that viral style video. And so therefore, my channel hasn't been getting as many views. And then the growth has slowed down quite a bit. And then since my last update, during that first year, I earned really good money, which I explain in my 12-month update video, which is linked in the description. I've wanted to move out from living with my mum. I just moved back in just to get me started on this YouTube channel. So then when I had enough money, I found a house to rent and I moved out. And it was going to be amazing, and I was going to have a studio and I was going to get an editor. And then 2 weeks after moving out, I was just hit with these panic attacks and just paralysed with loneliness. And I got into quite a bad state really quickly. And so when I called my mum, she just said, you need to come back immediately. And so I just packed up a few things and I just moved back. And then a couple of weeks later, I moved everything out the house and moved back, which is just so funny really, but at the time it wasn't funny. So all of that took time and energy, which then it might only be a week here or a week there, but then it takes away the time of me making videos. And so then already then the channel started losing traction. And then after moving back, I wanted to make a desert island survival video for ages. I'd wanted to do it for years. And so because I was earning good money, I decided to invest in a trip to go to Panama and live on a desert island for 8 days. The trip in total cost about, I think it was about £5,000. And that was the flights and paying for the trip itself, and I bought some extra camera kit, and I also hired a professional cameraman to come with me and help me film it. So I spent all that money and I haven't yet made the video because I've got over 1 terabyte of footage from 6 or 7 different cameras, and to be honest, I can't even begin to think about how to put that story together. I will do it, I promise. A lot of you say that when I mention it, I tease you. I suppose in a certain way I am, but I'm more saying it to encourage myself to edit it. I just need to find the right time to edit it. So I was away for that trip in total for 3 weeks. And then when I got back from that trip, a few months later, I got invited to do a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, and I was away from work for several months. And so therefore I wasn't creating videos for about 5 months in total. And the algorithm has kind of got this thing where, well, I think it has, if I'm not uploading videos, then it won't put my videos out to as many people. So then it gets less views, which then means less subscribers, which then means less money. And then when I got back from this trip, I was so physically and mentally exhausted, I didn't have the energy to do fitness style videos. And so I decided to focus on some stuff that I've wanted to do for a long time. Things like speed reading, speed typing and Rubik's Cube. So with that lack of energy, I just thought then was the perfect time to do it. Well, I was really excited about those videos because it almost felt kind of a little bit like Mike Boyd. If you've seen Mike Boyd's channel, his videos are brilliant, and I thought, well, this is kind of a female version of it. Well, I put those videos out and they was actually a bit of a flop. I think maybe because quite a lot of viewers are here for fitness. So then when I started speed reading and learning the Rubik's Cube, it was just like,
oh, yeah, not really into stuff like that.
So from that, my monthly views went down quite a lot, and I also lost some subscribers. Not many, but some, maybe about 20 or 30 from making those videos. And so the YouTube algorithm thinks to itself,
well, Laura's lost subscribers, she's not getting very many views on her videos, she's obviously losing her touch.
and so then my videos don't get put out to as many people. So then it's basically this downward spiral, and then I don't earn as much money. It actually sounds bad, but I was okay with it because I'd wanted to learn those kind of things for a long time, and I figured it was a good opportunity to make a video about it. And then in amongst all of this, since moving back in with my mum, we decided to get a cabin built in the garden, and it was going to be my office where I did my filming and my editing and my fitness challenges and stuff like that. But it was going to be so great, and so we paid a deposit, quite a lot of money, to a company, and then they ran off with our money. What can you say? And then in that first year of doing YouTube, I did speak about finding a video editor, and I did find one, but for one reason or another it didn't work out. And that made me realise that I'm just okay doing this by myself. I'd probably be able to get more videos out if I did have an editor, but things like that take time. Finding the right person that matches the values and aligns with the values of this channel. So what with going away on the desert island, the once in a lifetime adventure, getting the cabin built, moving house, all those things took time and energy and cost money. That kind of just did a bit of a decrease in the channel growth, but I'm okay with it. I'm happy that I did all of those things, probably not losing the money on the cabin, but moving on to the lessons and the challenges. So from going on those 2 big adventures and then returning home, I was losing my flow. Every time I went away and come back, I was losing that flow, not only through channel growth, but just my own personal momentum. And so for the next year, I just really want to stay focused. I don't want to go away and do these big trips. I just really want to focus on building the channel, not for the numbers and the ego, but just because I would really benefit from upping my income. I'll tell you about my income in a bit. I mean, at the minute, it's really not that great. In this past year, I haven't been able to create a viral style video, not like that first year when I did my 7-day fast and my 100 push-ups. I've got the Atlantic rowing video and that did well, but that doesn't really earn me very much money. I did make the impossible squat video, and I did hope that it would do well, and I was a bit strategic with that one. I waited until Christmas and New Year because I knew that quite a lot of people would be at home and they would be thinking about fitness and consuming YouTube videos. So there are times where I am a little bit strategic with my videos, but that doesn't really happen a lot. And my channel could do a lot better. I could make some viral style videos. In fact, there was so many on my ideas list a few months ago, and those videos would get me more views, more subscribers and more money, but I don't really want to be making gimmicky style videos anymore. And to get maybe 2 million views on a video, I mean, that would earn me really good money, but I just don't want to be making videos like that because it doesn't align with my value of living a healthy and cheerful life, because, well, doing that isn't healthy and it's not going to make you cheerful. And it can be tough to get the balance right of making a viral style video that gets lots of views and makes lots of money versus making a video that I want to make that probably won't get as many views and probably won't make as much money. And earlier on in the last 12 months it was difficult to get that balance right, but definitely now I just want to make the content that I want to make, and I would happily sacrifice not making as much money, which I can't really believe that I'm saying that actually, because asked me that 12 months ago and I was just all about just growing as fast as possible, but it just didn't feel right. Just didn't feel right within me, and it needs to feel right. If I'm going to do this as a long-term job and make it sustainable, it needs to perfectly align with my values. Since my last update, I had a big consultancy call with a guy called Paddy Galloway, and he is huge in the YouTube world. It cost me a lot of money. That was when I was earning a lot of money, so I was spending it on education. He gave me some great advice, but the truth is I wasn't ready to receive that advice. I hadn't been doing YouTube long enough. I hadn't found myself. I hadn't found my flow and who I was and what videos I wanted to make. So when Paddy gave me this advice, it was great, but I didn't know how to process it. And some of the tips I have implemented, it was really good. But what it really did for me by having that call is it really helped me realise what kind of videos I want to make and what style I want to do it. Over the last 2 years, I've done loads of courses and classes, and I continue to learn about YouTube because it's just always evolving and it's changing so fast at the minute. And I haven't made any big investments with online courses like I have in the past, but I have continued to do my Skillshare classes, and Skillshare is the sponsor of this video. And even if they weren't the sponsor of this video, then I'd still talk about them anyway, because the platform has been a huge help for me getting this channel started. Skillshare has hundreds of career-based classes for those seeking new types of creative work. And there are dozens of YouTube classes on there, and I've nearly done them all. It's been great for me to hear how top creators make their videos. And my favourite classes are by Nathaniel Drew, who openly shares his advice and experience about growing his YouTube channel to over 1.5 million subscribers. A recent class I did was Creativity Unleashed. Discover, hone and share your voice online, which really helps give me confidence when turning on this camera. If you want to try Skillshare, you can get 1 month for free. Click the link in the description, and that link is valid for the first 1,000 people. The challenges that I faced over the last year have been coming to terms with the fact that the video making process takes so long, and I thought that the more I did it, the quicker I would get, but that isn't the case. And so now I've come to terms with the fact that a video takes between 5 to 10 working days. I used to push and rush and just try and get them out quick, because it meant more views, more subscribers, more money. And now it just takes as long as it takes. I could definitely be more savvy actually. As I'm saying this out loud, I could definitely be more savvy, but I just want to enjoy my days, I want to enjoy my work, I want to enjoy the process, and I don't want to be running after a target that's constantly moving. And what would any YouTube update video be without negative comments? I still get negative comments, I expect most YouTubers do. And in that first year, it was really difficult to deal with. It was a bit of a culture shock. But in this second year, I've just got used to it. And it's not even as though I try to get used to it. It's just something that happened. And if anything, some of them just make me laugh because, well, not laugh actually, but what I've come to realise is some people are just so sad or upset or angry or grumpy with themselves or the world, and they will just project it on other people. And so in a way, I just don't take it personally. Those people don't know me and they don't know my life and my situations. And anyway, I wish them all the best. And apart from those two, I haven't really had very many challenges. I'm just feeling really settled with what I'm doing and where I'm at. I know what I want to make and how to make it sustainable. I work Monday to Friday, 8 AM to 5 PM, and I don't work at the weekend. The only time I work at the weekend is if I've got a tight deadline. And I feel as though it's taken me 2 years to work all of this stuff out. And I still haven't quite worked it out just because I'm not earning a very good income, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But I feel confident that if I just continue, then I will work it out. And in the grand scheme of things, this essentially is a business. It's only 2 years old. I'm making a profit, so I consider that I'm doing quite well. And so on that note, let's talk about how much money I've earned in the last year. It's the bit that we all love, right? So in my first year on ad revenue, I earned £28,000. On sponsorship, I earned £8,000. Affiliate links, 165. And in total, I earned £36,855. That was in my first year. And ad revenue is where YouTube puts adverts in my videos. So it's the start, in the middle, at the end, and those banners. And I earn a small amount of money off those adverts. And then sponsorship is where a company will pay me to talk about a product in my videos. Affiliate links are when I earn a small commission through people buying stuff off certain links. So for example, in the description, I've got some links to Amazon. If someone buys something via that link, I'll earn a small amount. And then I've also got my Vivo Barefoot affiliate link, which is actually doing quite well at the minute. I'm surprised, it's the best it's ever done. I don't actually know how much I earn from that. In fact, I don't really know how most of the finance stuff works, including the ad revenue. And I don't really mind not knowing because my main focus is to just keep making videos. So in my second year, which is this last year just gone, in ad revenue, I earn £11,933. In sponsorship, I earn £5,406. With affiliate links, I earned £698, and the grand total for the year is £18,037. Comparing that first year to the second year, I've earned nearly 50% less in the second year. And on the surface, it could be quite disappointing to see that. But then I realised I went away and I wasn't producing videos for almost 5 months. But even though I was away, I was still making money from ad revenue, which was super cool. And also at this point to say I'm so grateful to my mum for letting me live with her, because the reason I moved back in with her is to set up this YouTube channel and to give me that financial comfort. Nearly 3 years on, I'm still here. I didn't imagine age 40 that I would be living with my mum, but it works really nicely. I'm just so grateful that she has me. So what's my future plans for making videos? Well, I just did my health and fitness series, which I hope you enjoyed. That was the cardio tests, the blood tests, and the strength testing. And then I'm going to be continuing with that, doing the health and the fitness series, but also moving into some different series. I've got a therapies series and an inner self series, which I'm really looking forward to. So I'll still be doing the fitness type videos, but I'd also like to try some therapies like acupuncture and Thai massage, and then there's something called active release technique as well, which I've wanted to try for years. And then the inner self series is about going within. So I've done the physical fitness, but I want to do almost like an emotional and spiritual fitness as well. I want to do a silent retreat and do a solo cabin holiday and then do therapies such as EMDR and trauma release technique. If you guys have got any suggestions on what you'd like me to make a video about, then please put it in the comments box. I also really want to do personality testing and figure out what personality I am. I wonder if any of you guys will be able to make a prediction. Basically, the video is all about living a healthy, cheerful life. Most of it's fitness, and there's going to be other stuff as well. Emotional fitness, mental fitness, spiritual fitness. Oh, sounds good. If you've got any questions about my YouTube journey so far that I haven't answered in this video, then please put them in the comments box. And all in all, I'm just so pleased that I did it, that 2 years ago, I just went for it, because I think if I was faced with that decision again, I'm not sure I would have the guts. But I'm just so pleased that I did it. Doing this is challenging, but it's also really good fun. There's every single day where I get a resistance, whether it be a resistance to write a script or a resistance to press record on the camera. And this is another really good book to just break through and show that resistance who's boss. Thank you to everyone who watches and supports my channel. I'm just blown away with how many wonderful people say such lovely things in the comments. My next update video like this one will be in 1 year, and that would mean that I would have been doing YouTube for 3 years, and I wonder what will happen by then. I might even have my desert island video up by then.